Hi everybody, and welcome to a brand new show just started on YouTube, On This Couch. My guest today...
On this couch?
On this couch.
It was on the couch.
It used to be on the couch, but now it's on this couch because there's too many things on YouTube called on the couch.
Like this one?
So it's this couch, even though sometimes it'll be on someone else's couch, so...
But then that's confusing.
The point is that it's a couch and we're on it, and besides...
No, it's this couch.
Well, it's this couch, but sometimes it won't be this couch.
Gotcha. And at one point in time it'll just be the couch.
But it'll still be titled This Couch.
Okay.
But everybody knows to look it up on the Facebook page and the Twitter page and...
Yeah, but the ad says to look it up as On The Couch. I'm just concerned.
No, because it's...
This show has gotten to a weird start.
Well, it has gotten to a weird start. Besides, it doesn't matter because they know the page is Delta Raccoon. And they'll find it there.
And
Delta
find
Raccoon,
it there.
self-plug.
Yeah, like it'd be very easy to find it on deltaraccoon.facebook.com. That's not the address.
No, that's not the address. Don't look that up. You'll find nothing.
Or you'll find something.
I'd like to introduce my guest at this time. He's a man who shouldn't, wouldn't, and didn't wear a blazer like I did. Scott, or also known as Agent from The Man Show. Welcome, Scott. Welcome
really
to the show.
It's a great introduction.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty fine. You know, just come here to talk about issues.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about the show right first so that everybody kind of knows exactly what's going on. This is On This Couch, and this is basically, we're going to sit here and talk about, firstly, local challenge issues, which should be hilarious for everybody. This show's going to be one of two things. You guys are either going to be shit out of luck and this is going to be boringer than ever, or this is going to be the most ridiculous funny thing ever anybody's ever seen.
Or it might be funny because of how non-funny it is. We might get the room dynamic going on.
It might be one of those.
You could do a Tommy Wiseau. Could be a new Tommy Wiseau.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the guy who was Johnny in the room.
Ah.
He had the weird face and the black dreads. This is really off topic.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. The show doesn't have to move along very quick. That's the best part of the show. We can get off topic.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
The best part is getting off topic. These are cue cards, and they're not important, pretty much. We're going to talk about them, but it's like a slow process. We're really going to talk about pretty much anything we want, really. It's not really that big a deal.
As long as it's interesting, I'm assuming?
Oh, as long as it's words.
Alright.
Yeah, as long as we're not just sitting there staring blankly at the camera.
As long as we're not just talking about corn sales?
We can talk about corn sales, if it's affecting our area.
No, yeah, but it's not.
It's not, no. So we'll be talking about local headlines. We'll be talking just like local things and international things, and just kind of focusing on how our area would view it. And at the end, we'll do plugs.
So we're doing local and international.
Yeah.
What about national?
We're not doing national, although some days we might do national. Not this week. We could have done national, but we didn't. The only thing national is Justin Trudeau, anyways, which I'm sure is so riveting.
Oh yeah, just so riveting.
Yeah, so riveting. Okay, so moving right along, because I think I've explained the show enough that people might get it, and if they don't get it, I guess they'll kind of watch the whole thing.
If they don't get it, I don't really think they're meant to watch this show.
Although they probably will. It's probably family members and shit like that anyways. Like, who's really watching this? And then there'll be like one YouTube straggler who'll come along and be like, what the fuck? And that'll be funny for everybody.
Oh, not for maybe for the YouTube straggler.
Yeah.
He might be genuinely confused and frightened.
He might be, yeah. That'd be interesting. I just said interesting without a T. I was like, interesting. Anyways, so we're going to move right along to local headlines this week. And the big one in the Chapman Deco, quick plug, was the sewer rates. So basically, to explain the issue, our lagoons, and this is a shitty issue, because our sewers. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Our sewer rates are going up because our lagoons are like awful, and the weather makes them even more awful.
Yeah, like they're just getting shittier every day.
Shittier and shittier, and basically they're outdated, and so.
Well, the lagoons aren't. The sewers treating systems are.
Well, the lagoons are also outdated, and the sewer treating.
They're classics.
Yeah, they're classics, and so Because of this, all the waste, all the treated, well, not all the treated waste, but a number of the treated waste goes into the Pine River, which is a local river.
Yeah.
And we dump too much in, and apparently the province thought this was dumb.
Yeah, and
it
they
was a bad
threatened
idea.
fines.
No, they didn't threaten to fine us. They did fine us.
Oh, they actually fined us.
They fined us.
All
yeah.
right.
So we got fined
because we did bad stuff.
because we dumped too much treated sewer into the river. And now, because of this, we have an unavoidable upgrade that's going to cost the town $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to cause bills to raise 45% in the next 4 years.
And what a fun time.
Yeah, what a great time for this.
Well, it's nice that at least we're, getting better sewer treatment plants out there.
Yeah.
Although from what I'm reading, the upgrades are actually very basic and something that the province could something that the municipality could have done much earlier than now.
Yeah, they
That's
probably
frankly
should have.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, they would have had about $250,000 more dollars.
And the project now is completely unavoidable. It just has to be done. Now, the thing I'd like to point out to our viewers is that I am 21 and don't own any property, and Scott is 20 and does not own any property. So this issue
You're forgetting about my kingdom in Delhi, but that is not Canada, so
yeah,
it's still not.
This does not affect
situation.
us at all. We're just discussing this issue because that's the big news of the town. So if you're a landowner in Chetwynd, we're very sorry about this. And
if you pay bills in Chetwynd, we're very sorry about
yeah,
this.
sorry. We're so sorry because it's going to cost, the bills on you are going to raise 45% in 4 years. So
have fun before that's up.
that'll be good for you. That'll be really good.
Maybe take those vacations now that you were thinking of doing. In 4
According
years.
to
You're not gonna be able to do
my
that in 4 years.
outside sources that are involved in the district, that means, but it's only going to raise slightly this year, so 5 and 2% this year.
Oh, really?
Water and sewer. So that's not bad. But big times for Chetwynd. All right.
This is big times for Chetwynd.
I feel like we've covered that. I feel like people understand that.
This is what's big.
Oh, by the way, if you think this is any sort of credible news, this is not credible because this is firstly a joke, which you probably
You
already
should
got.
probably not quote us on things, even though
Yeah.
we will generally try to be correct.
Go out and buy the newspaper.
Most of what we're getting is coming from other sources, such as the
Yeah,
newspaper.
and if you think, why would you take us seriously? I'm wearing a blazer and slippers.
And I didn't wear a blazer.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't even wear a blazer.
Or socks. Wow. I should have fixed
Yeah.
that before this started.
I don't know if they can see your feet.
Can
it
you see
doesn't
my
matter.
feet? Why am I asking the camera?
Yeah. Because there's an invisible man behind there that's shaking his head. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Our second headline today, local headline, is apparently Highway 16, which is the highway going west.
Okay, which one is that? Which way does it go?
It goes to Vanderhoof.
Oh, no problem then.
Yeah. And Highway 95, which is the main highway,
Between Dawson and here?
Dawson, all the way down to Prince George.
Oh.
And that is being upgraded to Class A maintenance, which is a huge surprise because who didn't know it was Class A maintenance already? We already thought it was, but no. Apparently it was Class B maintenance, and now it's going to Class A, which means quicker response for snowplows and sand trucks. And why didn't this already happen? Like, holy shit. Like,
Well, really, I'm just happy that it did. Those things are death traps at
yeah,
best.
let's outline the Pine Pass for a second. And everybody who's not
It's-
local does not know the
For
Pine Pass.
everybody
but
who doesn't
it's
know the Pine
treacherous.
Pass, it's if you're not used to driving here and you were vacationing here and you go on the Pine Pass,
It is
there's a good chance you are
treacherous
going
as
to die.
shit. Yeah, it is crazy in the winter time especially.
It's very tight corners, very steep little slopes.
So this is really a worthwhile endeavor put in place by MLA Bernier,
Yeah.
who is my pal, I should note. I shouldn't say pal. I know him, which is...
You know, they...
I worked with him on his campaign.
See, this is Sheldon right now.
Yeah, allow me to name drop as much as possible in the BC area. Everyone outside of BC is like, who's the MLA Burnley?
I know Mark Bernier, I'm kind of a...
Yeah, I know Mike Burnley.
I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm a big deal. No, I'm not a big deal, but so sand trucks and snowplows and yay!
Yeah.
So that's really good news for us, and everyone who read that headline didn't even know that they weren't Class A maintenance.
Well, they were probably assuming that nobody'd be stupid enough to not put it Class A maintenance.
Yeah, so...
But we're in Chetwynd, so that was a very silly assumption of us.
Also, it's really good for everybody going out to Prince Rupert and stuff, because that can be a pretty dangerous road, too. I've been out there. I used to live there. Which is useless information for everybody. Alright. Moving on to headline number 3. The biggest one of all that we would know about, but we wouldn't know about at the same time. A local superintendent is stepping down from her position. She is retiring.
Oh yeah, I actually remember that one. I dimly remember the superintendent, but don't remember much of what she did in her time.
Which is pretty much a good outline of pretty much every student who's in the school and heard about the superintendent. Pretty much all we know about the superintendent is that she spoke at grad every year.
In all reality, I'd say that more exposure of the superintendent at like the local schools would be nice, but
yeah, that would be great. Also,
on the other hand,
in classes, maybe we should outline what she actually does.
On the other hand, I don't think anyone would actually listen either way. So
true.
Teenagers are very inattentive.
So she left on good terms. She did not leave. She's not fired. So that's positive. And what did you think of the superintendent?
She was very female, and she did a lot of supering, and I feel like she was very intendant in her time.
I feel like she did nothing for Chetwynd Secondary School, and that's what I feel like, even though she is from Chetwynd.
She might have done stuff and we literally didn't know because we didn't pay attention.
Yeah, we have no idea. Okay, so local superintendent, congratulations on your retirement if you ever watch this.
Congratulations.
Alright, moving on. This is one of my favorite segments that I came up with for the show. And this is Hearsay News.
Alright.
This is the segment called Hearsay News, and I'm going to ask Scott, what have you heard around town lately?
Well, if you ask for today, then not much.
Not today, but lately.
What I've heard around town is that there might be some car wash extensions, which there's a car wash near here.
Which is actually part 2 of Hearsay News. What do you think of the building across the road?
Alright.
I hammed that up so much. That was so funny. So for our viewers, there's a huge building right across the road from here that wasn't there before.
Yeah, it's
and from what I hear, it's a truck car wash. And that is the basis of our Hearsay News. What do you think of that? That's pretty good, eh?
I mean, it's good for people with trucks and cars. It's probably nice just to see that there's new things coming in with new job opportunities in Chetwynd, though that won't make too big of a difference either way.
Once again, for all of our viewers, this affects us 0% because we don't drive.
We might be able to get a job.
No.
It affects us like 1%.
Okay,
we
like
could clean things.
Okay, it affects us like 6%. Maybe.
I don't think this is a thing we can actually attune percentages to. I think the metaphor has died.
I'd like to say
much like this show
that this segment is gonna be either really great or really shitty because, to be honest, I don't talk to enough people around town to have Hearsay News. But like, it could be the same for everybody. They're gonna be like, I hear there's a Tim Hortons coming in. Remember that portion?
Yes.
I hear there's a Tim Hortons coming in. That went on for since I moved here. Like the minute I moved here, people were like, I hear there's a Tim Hortons. And
it was also going to be in 3 different locations before they finally settled on the current one.
Official people would be like, no, there's no Tim Hortons, or yes, there is a Tim Hortons, or and then finally, all of a sudden, boom, a Tim Hortons.
This is a small town of 3,500 people. I'd like to establish.
Yeah,
this is
a small town, which is why this is funny for everybody.
There is possibly less than 100 buildings in the town.
Yeah, so here's
I can't prove that. It's probably more, but I'm saying that the fact that there is a chance at all.
It's going to be either a great segment or a terrible segment for everybody. And for Chetwyndites, it's going to be a hilarious segment because they're going to think to themselves, I heard that too! And they're going to laugh to themselves. And then when it never comes to fruition, they're going to cry.
Like the Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Tim Hortons came to fruition. We have a Tim Hortons.
Yeah, but that was like the most glorious occasion of every Chetwyndite's life. I actually remember not even living in Chetwynd, but being in Abbotsford, and hearing that there was a Tim Hortons being built, and being excited about it.
I remember going in there to get my first coffee. It was like a slice of heaven.
Although it did kill a local coffee shop, which was probably like...
Well, that local coffee shop killed itself, to be fair.
Yeah.
It actually, I believe, still had a very good competing chance because it still did make their coffee.
I loved that coffee shop, actually. I frequented it.
I would have continued frequenting it had it stayed in service because it made great coffee. And it was a great atmosphere. It was one of the best in terms of atmosphere here.
We have what I like to call a mall. Because technically it's a mall. There's multiple...
Isn't it a strip mall?
No, but it's a mall because it has multiple buildings, or multiple businesses in one building, and it's not a strip. You actually have to go inside.
Isn't it like five businesses?
Yeah, there's 5 businesses, but there's multiple businesses.
Wait, I remember there used to be a clothing store there. Did that shut down and that's just empty space? Or
yeah, it's empty space now.
It is empty space.
I've considered, I honestly have considered doing a lot of small businesses in this town. But I also have, firstly, no financial means whatsoever. And secondly, I don't have anything to sustain this. And thirdly, I don't want to live here my whole life. That's another thing. So to all your Chetwonites out there who are watching this, I'm like, what? You should live here.
No. If anyone ever tells you Chetwynd is a good place to live, stab them.
Yeah, this is
stab them.
This is like cry.
I'm not attempting to ask you to do this as in terms of anger. They are trying to kill you, by killing you emotionally.
But hey, if you have
you need to defend yourself against this person. This person has just tried to kill you.
If you have to live here your whole life, come to me, because I have so many good ideas for small businesses that would probably take off here. And you'd probably be able to sustain it for your entire existence here. So if you want to not be, working under somebody, I got some ideas. So yeah. Anyways.
Or alternately, just get a job.
Get a job. Yeah, lots of
people
get a job
in Abbotsford.
They get a job. They
get a job in Prince George.
Actually, if you really want to work in
get a job in Kamloops.
There's a
thing. Job in Vancouver. Get a job anywhere. Like go to a third world country, find a factory, and they normally take kids, but they'll take anyone. Just go.
That'd be a fucking experience.
Go, get out of here.
That'd be one hell of an experience. But that's our F word of the day, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For the ratings. All right, moving on. We've moved on to international already. Isn't this great? We're moving right along.
Well, we're moving at this. We're not really moving, but we're making the illusion.
Well, we're not moving. I'm sweating. Is what I'm doing, which is odd.
See, and you wonder why I didn't wear the blazer, and now
I know why I didn't. Yeah, I shouldn't. But I'll probably continue to wear the blazer every fucking week because it makes me look like I'm official.
No,
even though it's too short of my arms.
No.
I like how I wear a t-shirt and slippers under the blazer.
No.
All right.
It makes you look unofficial.
In international news and skinny jeans, I look like Tim, basically. You don't know Tim yet, but you will all know Tim. Anyways.
Hi, Tim.
In international
news. Hi, other Tim. I'll get him to watch that.
Yes.
We've got 2 views so far. We're moving on.
Yes.
Moving ahead.
In international news, the Ukraine, and this is what I wrote down on my cue card, which is really great. The Ukraine flips shit.
Yeah. By the way, can I just preface this first by being saddened that Justin Bieber has gained more FaceTime on the news,
which is actually going to be discussed later in the show.
I just wanted to preface that with my next comments because I'm very disappointed as a result.
That is
with humanity.
Well, at least in our show we put the Ukraine first before Justin Bieber.
That's good.
Yeah. So basically, here's what I got so far from the Ukraine. They want in the European Union very badly. Well, and their president was in negotiations to be part of the Ukraine Union, and then decided, well, fuck that, I don't want to do that anymore. And then he was like sucking the dick of Russia, basically, instead of being in the European Union. And the poor, especially, really didn't like that. Which, this all happened in November, by the way, and nobody really did anything, not even any news.
Well, at the time it was merely policy. It wasn't quite important enough.
But that's when they started kind of protesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then they protested a lot, and the government passed anti-protest laws and started throwing people in jail for 10 years.
Very barbaric ones that we haven't seen since the Soviet Union.
And so riots erupted, violence erupted, and people want the resignation of the president and the prime minister and the interior minister.
Well, they've actually gained one of those. The prime minister has in fact resigned.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was actually something I read just today.
Wow,
an hour after it came out, to be honest.
Yeah, I wrote these cue cards on Thursday, so...
Alright. So, like, I'd say you're almost understating it.
Oh, yeah.
People are throwing Molotov cocktails in the street.
Yeah. So
this is legitimately something we haven't seen in a long time. And it's something that no one was ever expecting to see in a European country for some time yet. But, like, it is going well for them, to be fair. Well, the anti-protest laws that came in are very barbaric.
yeah.
Police officers, for instance, are exempt from any crime that they commit to a protester at the moment.
That is very...
They can basically do anything as long as it is to a protester, like during a protest, and they're considered exempt of crime. Lying to a police officer, I believe, was a 7 years offense.
7 years? Wow. That is intense.
There were several laws. I'll rather not quote these as I am less specific. I remember less of the specifics of them.
Yeah.
But there were laws against organized meetings at all, gathering in groups to discuss things, and etc. that were placed that were very heavy, involving years in jail. And most noticeably, a bill was passed to allow people to be jailed without trial and be sentenced as guilty on the spot.
Yeah. That is... I didn't hear about that, but that sounds like something they would do at this point. My thing I'm surprised about is that this was newsworthy in November, definitely. Because, yeah, protests and stuff really started...
It's newsworthy then, it's newsworthy now.
Well, yeah, but it is in the news now, and nobody heard anything about that, anything like this in November. So...
Even now it's still fairly small news, which... There's people throwing fire in the streets. There's literally streets on fire.
It's really like a huge
if you want people watching the news, this is honestly a pretty good way to do that. People love fire and explosions, and this has actually supplied very large amounts of both.
So, our thumbs up of the week goes to a people's champ, which is no pun intended, former heavyweight boxer, Vitaly Klitschko. He is pro-European Union, is in the government, and the people love him. Mm-hmm. So things are going really well for Vitaly, and yeah, way to kind of bail out the Ukraine with at least one kind of feel-good story.
Plus his brother's also a boxer.
Yeah, his brother is a boxer. His brother is very good.
Just noting to film executives, you want to make a movie after the Ukraine riots are over? Do a movie about the Ukraine riots, but instead of the people protesting and the government coming down in that manner, do it about them using their boxing skills together as a duo.
Yes.
To take down the government.
Yes.
This will sell. This will sell you so much.
Yeah. Put Sylvester Stallone in it. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Not because like he's a bad actor, but like I think you'll kill him.
Also,
I feel like you will. I feel
I'd
like
to
he's
point
done
out
too much boxing.
that he is actually a bad actor and is still in movies.
I will disagree. I think he's pretty good at when he's put in the role that he's supposed to be in.
He's starting to resemble a little bit of what's that dude? Steven Seagal a little bit.
Steven Seagal, yeah, a little bit.
He'll do any action fucking movie, and it's kind of, no offense to you, Sylvester Stallone, who's never gonna watch this, but I'm gonna say no offense anyways.
But you're about to say something offensive.
Yeah.
So
you're hackneyed and awful, and I don't want to watch your movies with Arnold anymore. If this was the 70s, I'd want to watch your movies. Oh, except for what's that one you did with De Niro recently?
I just try to block most De Niro things out of my mind, to be honest. So
there are two old guys and they're gonna fight. It's a boxing movie. The Grudge match. That one actually looks funny. I didn't see it. I want to see it, and I'll give you that. So
Rocky reboot was alright, with him being older and still losing the fight. I like that.
I didn't actually watch that. I wanted to, and I didn't. I need to actually have a whole Rocky marathon because I have like patches
Alright, we
of
should
Rocky.
probably move off Rocky Marathon and back
Yeah.
to Ukraine.
Yeah. The last part of this international segment is what I like to call the give a shit scale. And this is, does Shawinigan area give a shit? So if you were to walk out on the street right now and tell some random fucking guy in a hat, because everybody here wears a hat,
Mm-hmm.
and tell him about the Ukraine,
Alright.
would he give a shit?
It depends on how often I mention firebombs.
Really? You figured that? Oh, and make sure he's not
Especially
religious.
if he thinks that I can build them. And can tell him how.
True. So, number 1 to 10 give a shit scale.
3.
3, yeah, that's a sad part. 3. I really don't think
It's a
anybody
little
cares.
higher rated than most issues that I'd speak of, but
I really think people care more about the sewer rates than the Ukraine, which is kind of bad.
to be fair, I'm not sure if we actually care about anything here.
True.
I think
Okay.
everything might be 0.
So
I think the scale might be unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like asking somebody how crocodile they feel like right now. They're always going to be 0.
Yeah.
Except for a very specific community of people who will be 10, very crocodile.
Egypt, probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't ask a nation a question. They're not people. Only corporations are.
Unfortunately, that's kind of true and also awful.
Legally, it's true.
Corporations are people now?
Yeah,
I did not know
they
that.
actually passed that. They're people. You can hurt their feelings.
So,
Watch me be wrong, and that didn't pass. Everybody's calling me an idiot.
so that's what we think about the Ukraine,
Alright.
right?
Well, yeah,
Anything
the
to
only
add?
other thing I wanted to add is that it actually is working. There's been resignations, there's been a lot of toning down what the president wants to do. The president himself actually did a very interesting move recently, where he offered the opposition party several seats of power, including the vice prime minister, 2 members of them, in exchange to help stop the riots. It's a very interesting move because if these opposition leaders refuse, then they'll be looked at as obstinate, not looking for a solution to the problem. Whereas if they accept, they'll be looked at as sellouts by many of the Ukrainians. So currently they're opting to do absolutely nothing and just consider it,
this is like a
while
nation state
pushing
thing.
for a new election very soon.
I like the new election idea, but this does seem like a nation state's fucking thing.
Yeah.
Nation states is a game on the internet. Well, I'm not going to explain the whole thing to you. I don't have to.
It's about being a nation and a state.
But it is.
It's about being a nation and you deal with the affairs of state.
It
There you
is a
go.
lot like that. though,
Nobody
because
who watches this in chat room will play games.
it's 2 extremes, right? Like it's like, okay, I forgot the one, but the one is you're a sellout, or what's the other option?
Your eco-friendly hippie who doesn't like economy.
So you're me.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
hippie.
I actually like economy. I just feel there are better ways to build it that don't include raping Mother Earth. And now everybody in chat with this is gonna see this and be like, "Fuck you."
As everybody slowly starts to smell the weed coming out of the camera.
I just flushed down like I thought maybe.
Hallucinates a bandana and a brown vest.
I just thought I actually like I was thinking like maybe somebody on like Chat TV or something would end up watching the show and maybe I'd get like an actual TV show out of this, and I think
Yeah.
I just hit the flush button.
Well, like once your hair started just growing longer as you spoke,
Yeah.
you were pretty done.
Okay. So now that we've had the perfect segue into our entertainment segment, which includes Justin Bieber. What do you think about Justin Bieber?
I do not care.
Yeah, you don't care. So basically, he had a DUI in Florida. Everybody in these states wants to send him back to Canada. Everybody in Canada wants to keep him in the states. And he went to the police for an assault he committed in Toronto. I don't know anything about Justin Bieber. I don't know why I put this in here. I know enough
Sheldon.
to know that I just was hoping Scott would have a funny reaction.
Well, Sheldon, see, here's the thing. I still don't care.
Yeah, he
You
doesn't
told me
care.
all these things, and
Yeah.
what I feel is, actually, you know what? I'll put this one thing out. Most of these Bieberites
Oh
are
yeah,
idiots.
they're awful.
I will say that much.
They're
the fact
awful.
that they can believe that because he's famous and that's what made him this way, that he can simply get away with
No,
crimes
he's just-
he's not a regular citizen is
Just a
awful.
spoiled brat. He's like a jackass.
Like, I don't care even. Like, I won't even go so far as to call him a jackass or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and say he committed a crime. He needs to pay for it. Even if it's a minor.
Of course, yeah. You know,
Hey,
he did the
you still
DUI.
need to do it.
You know, I don't know if you get deported for a DUI, but I know that you will not be allowed back in if they do deport you. So that's shitty. You know how I know that? Because I watch Border Patrol.
You watch a little too much Border Patrol.
I don't though. I don't ever put it on TV. Mom puts it on TV.
Alright.
And so now that we've dealt with that, here is the best part of the show. You guys are gonna love this. Movie of the week, and this week's movie is a true classic of the making. I can't even say that with a straight face because this is so funny. The movie of the week this week is Vampire Academy.
Are you actually bringing it? Are you serious? Are you fucking bringing this up?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes, I am fucking bringing up Vampire
Why
Academy.
are you doing this?
This is why.
Why
I'm
do
doing
you
this.
even care? Why did you do this? I want to talk about this.
So
bullshit.
Scott hates Vampire Academy, the whole concept of it, and you're gonna hate it even more when I actually explain. Because I went to IMDb because I thought this was too funny, and I figured out what it was. This is about a half human, half vampire, who trains at a vampire school to defend the. I don't know if I'm saying this right. So vampire girls, if you're watching this and you're mad at me, I'm fucking kind of sorry, but I'm not that sorry. The Moroi, which are the good vampires, against the Strigoi, who are the bad vampires. And did you know there are 6 books of this shit? 6 books.
Okay, whoever
So-
wrote Vampire Academy, you're bad.
Yeah, you
You're
ripped
bad.
off Harry Potter.
You ripped off Harry
Like-
Potter and you're bad.
And you ripped it
And
off
that-
with vampires, basically. So all you Twilight chicks are probably like flipping shit. You're like, oh my god, I read all the books. This is gonna be fucking amazing. It's not amazing. Stop doing this.
This is literally Twilight Potter.
You are killing entertainment.
You're killing brain cells, really. You're making
you are-
people enjoy this schlock because they don't know better yet.
You are killing us all.
That is schlock.
Yeah, this is awful.
Oh god.
And so basically, I was thinking about doing the movie of the week where I went to the theater.
Can the movie of the week be like where we take the case of Vampire Academy and we take a CD and we put it here and we take a sledgehammer and we smash
boom, boom.
and then we smash it
So Vampire Academy.
and then we feed the remains to my cat.
You are awful. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the public service announcement. So if you're just tuning in just now, you're fucked.
He's not.
But I forgot. I was going to mention this at the beginning of the show. We have animals, and the reason there's no animals in the camera right now is because it's kind of late. But we have animals in this house, and they potentially could be in the shot at any time. So if you just suddenly see like a cat or like Milo, which is a Chihuahua, walking through.
It's a Chihuahua Iranian.
Yeah, do not be alarmed, because that they're just here to stay. I can't do anything about it.
Well, you could. You're just this is.
Okay, well here's the
choice.
choice.
Care.
Here's the choice. Here's the choice. Have the dog walk in the shot, and have people look at the dog, or have him in the bedroom whining throughout the whole fucking thing. The dog in the shot is by far the superior choice.
Or we could kill him.
Or we could go, no, we'll murder the dog and feed him to the cats.
I feel like that would be. Actually, I think that metaphor broke down. I just realized that would involve killing my cat.
Yeah.
That's not a thing we can do.
No. Well, your cat's fine. Your cat probably won't come in here. My cat, on the other hand, will come in here to spite everybody if he finds out this is a show.
We can't catch that cat. That's why we can't kill it.
No, it'll come and sleep up here, and it doesn't matter that much. Cats are fun, anyways.
Professional show.
Professional, yeah. We're totally professional.
Professional show.
Okay, moving right along from entertainment and the movie of the week, Vampire Academy.
Alright.
Because, by the way, you can suck at Vampire Academy. Again, just in case we weren't clear. We're moving on to Culture Corner. Now, Culture Corner is something that I'm going to ask every guest.
One second. Seriously, Vampire Academy. Whoever goes out and watches that, by the way, I like. If you're watching it because you feel like it's going to be so bad it's good or whatever, if you're genuinely watching that, I might have. We're probably can't be friends.
Yeah, we're not friends.
Like this can't happen.
Even if you're my friend now, you're not going to be my friend after that. Unless you're doing it to get laid, in which case then we can still be friends.
Yeah, like I mean,
we all do some wacky stuff to get laid. Okay, so this is Culture
people
Corner.
do wacky stuff for less than that.
Hand job. Anyways, I'm sorry for saying that out loud. Culture Corner is I'm gonna ask some cultural questions.
All right.
To each person that's on the show, because I feel like I might get some people who are like interesting on the show, and that's what I'll do. So the first question is, what is the last book you read?
Let me think about this for a second, because I've read 3 books in recent memory. It might have been the ebook that was the last book I read. And that was a short book concerning reincarnation. And it was based on the idea of like one person meeting God after they died and finding out that they reincarnate every single time they die. And then slowly finding out all the different things they were, and finding out that the entire universe is actually just one person reincarnating over and over. And it's all just basically a learning experience.
That's very cool. Sounds very cool.
You were really hoping I read something trashy, didn't you?
No, actually, that's the point of Culture Corner. Is that
Culture Corner?
Some people though are gonna say Silver Surfer, and it'll be awesome for everybody. Like that's what I would say probably. Actually,
when's the last time you read a comic?
It's been a while.
Yeah. I bought some.
Yeah, I have a bunch. I like the Civil Wars, which I haven't read, and I keep meaning to.
There should just be a corner where we talk about story developments and things we that. No, actually, you know what? I don't think anybody else in the town reads or watches anything enough to get involved with it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
like I feel
Alright, we should probably stop making suggestions for what we'll do later on the show while the show is going. Let's just move on.
Okay, what's the last live music event that you attended?
That Celtic thing that we did.
The Celtic Thunder?
Yeah, Celtic Thunder.
I thought that was
very good. Excellent Celtic music.
Yeah, everybody knows Celtic Thunder.
Why did I say Celtic? I was really trying hard not to. It's Celtic, I know.
I know, it's so stupid, but
sometimes
people say Celtics. Like, I feel like people call the Boston... Oh yeah, the Boston, they're technically Celtics, but everybody calls them the Celtics, which confuses people.
That's where that came from,
no,
maybe.
Boston Celtics, which is weird. And the last Culture Corner...
Not all of them are even Celtic. Sorry.
No, most
Celtic.
of them are black.
Yeah, like those aren't Celtics. Why would you name your...
Yeah.
I don't call my freaking team the Montreal African Americans.
You could.
Well, yeah, but like if they were all white, then it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
They're all gonna be French people. Everybody's going to be very mad. Is my point. Why does Celtic get a pass?
Celtics. They have like a shamrock. I'm sorry, you didn't need to know that.
I know about the shamrock. Let's move on before I bring out the shillelagh.
Okay, red or white wine?
Red or white wine?
Yeah. Because I feel like that's a very classy thing. And I had no more culture questions to
It's a
ask.
good question. Definitely white wine, but like, I mean, they both have their points. I feel like that. I feel like everybody's gonna have their own opinion to that. So that's.
I'm a very red person because I feel like I'm gonna be asking all these questions, and then I'm gonna get YouTube comments. What about you? So red. Even though I'm probably not gonna get any YouTube comments or viewers, so that was moot. Anyways, I have so much
one that
confidence.
says first, and that will be it.
Yeah, first,
and it will be me.
and it will be you. Okay. Moving right along to the last segment of the show. Can you believe we got through the whole fucking show?
Yeah, well, thank fucking God.
Yeah. Plugs. Plugs is you get to do 2 things. Firstly, anything that you're in that you want to kind of advertise, you get to do. The second thing is you have to choose one local business or one business in general. It's not Walmart. To say what a great business if you, and then go and to basically well, advertise for them, basically.
Alright.
Because I feel like free advertising is good for everybody. And like if you were okay, like basically if there was a tourist, like, and they came into town and they said, "What's a good place to go?" You have to tell them one place. So that's basically what Plus is.
It doesn't matter where I tell them, they're going to go to the Tim Hortons.
That's true, but we can try, right?
We can try. Alright, so the first one, so I'm on a gaming channel called The Man Show with some other guys. I'm mostly being yelled at on it, so that should be fun for people who watch that. If anybody's even gotten to this point of the video, I know I couldn't have. I would have turned this off 5 minutes ago. It's very good. There's games, there's live action skits with editing. Just go watch it. It's good.
We'll put a link in the description, or we'll try anyways.
There's, yeah, like it's great. Like, go watch it. Like, just trust me.
It's a lot of fun.
The local business. Let me think about this. I'm going to go ahead and advertise the Stagecoach for being a great restaurant to go to. It has a really nice Chinese food selection. It's got a really nice Western food selection. It's a really great place to go. Amongst other things, I'd recommend the pork cutlets. Monte Cristo's and they're a little dry, but if you're alright with that, they're pretty good.
That's a really
Stagecoach burgers are amazing.
It's a solid restaurant for sure.
Yeah, like it has everything. Even for like people who might like more vegetarian choices. They actually have a fair amount of those too.
They have actually a good amount.
Like they're very good with that. So like especially like if you're vegetarian, like it's basically that or the sushi restaurant if you're okay with fish. If you're a vegetarian.
Fish.
It's a great place to go. They've got great service there. And it needs a little bit of business, so maybe go down there, maybe give him $20. It's pretty good. For some reason they decided to situate themselves right behind the other Chinese food store.
Yeah. So, that's the end of our show for On This Couch. I'm the man in the blazer. And see y'all later.